Hi guys, and I'm on my 2-week wait. Transfer was Tuesday and it's now Thursday, and I've been doing a little bit of research because I know it's really common to research symptoms and things like that, which I have done a little bit because yesterday I had quite a bit of pain, I was quite down and things like that, so I did look at things, but I was actually curious what happened after implantation. So I found this little thing that I'm just going to read out. So this is what happens after a day 5 transfer, and I'll put a link to the website of where I found it so I can talk you through it. But I thought, you know, you guys might be quite interested in it because I found it quite interesting. So day 1, after the embryos are transferred, the cells keep dividing. The blastocyst begins to emerge from its shell, and this process is called hatching. So I found that quite cool that potentially the same day we had it transferred, it had hatched. We got told ours was an extended, I think it's extended blastocyst, so it was like really ready to hatch. So I was thinking it could have been all like nestled in by the end of the day, which was pretty cool. The second day is crucial because this is when the embryo begins to attach itself to the uteral lining and the blastocyst continues to grow. So I found that quite interesting because yesterday I did have quite a few twinges. Sometimes I just have a sharp pain, but the progesterone has been making me really bloated as well. So I'm not sure if it is the embryo or if it is bloating and things associated with that. I'm not really sure, but I did have a few twinges yesterday. But I know people that have had no twinges and still gone on to have a positive. So just take everything with a pinch of salt because everybody is different, but it's hard not to drive yourself crazy. Day 3. On this day, the blastocyst invades, we love that it said invades into the uteral lining and implantation begins. The woman may have light bleeding or spotting on this day. I've also read that, again, people don't always have spotting, so don't think that if you are spotting, you've lost it or it's working, and vice versa. Again, everyone is different. So I'm on day 3 at the moment. Day 4, on the 4th day, the blastocyst continues to dig deeper into the uterus. Light bleeding and spotting may continue on this day as the embryo invades the endometrial blood vessels to nourish itself into the maternal blood supply. However, the absence of any bleeding, cramping or spotting does not mean that implantation has not occurred. So don't let that play mind games with you, because I was like, I've not had any spotting whatsoever. I've not had any cramping today, so I don't know, it's crazy. Anyway, on the 5th day, implantation is considered complete and the embryo is developing vigorously. It is amazing how quick it does grow when you do read up onto this. Day 6, the growing embryo triggers the release of human chronogeovenin. Basically, it's shortened to HCG, into the bloodstream. This is a hormone that is produced, I'm not going to say that word either, the specialised cells which will form the placenta. So if we got a picture of embryo and there's these little bits around the side, they become the placenta. So that hormone helps that become the placenta, basically. By day 7, the fetal development is in full swing and the embryo continues to develop quickly. As the placenta begins to take shape, it continues to release more HCG into the bloodstream. Day 8, more of the HCG is released into the blood as fetal development continues and the placenta begins to function. So day 9, so it only goes up to day 9 this. By this time, the levels of the hormone HCG are high enough in the bloodstream to be detected. So you may take a pregnancy test then. If the test is negative, it could still be a false negative on day 9. Wait for another 2 days and take the test again. The blood test for the beta HCG is more reliable and is usually done 10 to 12 days after blastocyst transfer. So I hope you find that interesting. I thought it was pretty cool. I think then you can see if you do have little twinges and stuff, why it might happen. But also, again, don't obsess over it. So I hope you're all getting on okay. And I'll see you soon, guys.